everybody, it is Erin again. I am doing a continuation video from my last one about contouring. And what I'm going to be doing today, right now, is continuing that contour and making it a little bit more dramatic and glam. My previous contour video was kind of what I would do every single day, but this is going to be continuing my contour and a little bit of my bronzer and blush routine. So everything is going to be done with powder. Let's get started. I am going to be I put a little bit of bronzer on before already because I kind of jumped the gun, but I will do it again. I'm going to be bronzing myself with the Bronze Goddess Shimmer. This bronzer has lasted forever. You can see that it has gone through quite a rough patch, and honestly, if I were to knock this even a little bit, I think it would break into a million pieces, but it's lasted a very long time. So I'm going to be putting on my bronzer with a Trish McEvoy brush. I love their brushes. You can never have too much bronzer. In my opinion, everyone looks better with bronzer. Just a little bit more golden, and just gives you, I don't know, that little extra oomph. So if you're not using bronzer because you think that you don't need it, I would like to convince you to use one, because even if you're very dark or very fair, you can find the right bronzer, and it just makes such a difference for the complexion, giving you a little bit of contrast. So the next product I'm going to use just to give myself a nice little cut in the cheek is MAC Blunt. I think this is a really great product to give you that shadow, that little shadow that you need right underneath the cheek. And I'm using a Trish McEvoy fan brush. Just get that nice and generous. And I start, again, like in my other video, from the middle of the ear down. Making the same lemon face as before, but see, you've got that little bit of a natural shadow that came from the cream contour that I did earlier. But really, if you want that gorgeous cut, if you're going out for evening or you just want that extra oomph, this is the way to continue it without making it look so fake and so harsh. You have a little bit of cream and a little bit of powder, and those two together really create drama, but natural drama, so it doesn't look like you have two lines drawn on the side of your face. Look at that cheek come out. I didn't have that cheek before. No cheek, cheek. If you'll notice, I really do concentrate my powder a little bit closer to the ear and then fan out. I like to use this lemon face. Sometimes, depending on how my skin is looking or how much I want, I'll actually come up a little bit like this so that I can it looks like I'm making this face the whole time. So I'll come down, but not just the hollow of the cheek. I complete the cheek, almost like a check mark, so that it really looks like my cheeks are popped and ready the whole time. So I'm just going to come up a little bit. And you can see how that cheek is starting to form. Now, if you really wanted to, you could go in with a little extra powder around the edges of the nose. But sometimes I feel like if you do too much of that, it starts to look really cartoony and really fake. And I don't mind fake and I don't mind glam, because I would walk around like, you know, Gem if I could all the time. But, you know, it's time consuming and it depends on if you have time. And I just don't know if I always want to look that crazy. I'm just putting a little bit of powder underneath my chin because I think I have a little bit of a weak chin. I'd like to make it look like I have a little bit of a better bone structure. So that is that product. That's where I'm getting that shadow. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to pop my cheek on the top. I'm using Bobbi Brown Apricot. This is a great color. And another Trish McEvoy brush. Really cute little blush brush. It really fans everything out nicely. I'm going to put it right on the apple of my cheek. I'm not afraid of blush. I love blush and I wear quite a bit, and I just like the way that it looks. So there we go. And you can see how much higher my cheekbones look now. I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. That's a little crazy. Now, if you want to just go bananas with it, which I'm totally into, you can. I think I will today just to kind of show you in the video how awesome it can look if you really are just going for it. But I have a Napoleon Purtis. This has a lot of pigment to it. It is Cheek to Chic. It is a duo, like with a dark and a highlighter. But this dark color is serious business. So I'm going to take my same fan brush. If you didn't clean it or anything, not that you shouldn't clean your brushes because you should, but you know, I just use the same fan brush. You can see the color on the end. And right at that area next to the cheek, so just a little bit of extra drama. Now, if you feel like you've gone a little bit too crazy and you're worried that you've made a mistake and you think, oh no, I can't leave the house like this, take your brush that you used your bronzer with and just kind of fan it out. And if you are really feeling like you've made a mistake, you can take a little bit of your bronzer and you can blend it out. And that brown color will kind of bring it back down to reality a little bit. So last thing I'm going to do, you know, this would be fine. This is quite a bit. But just in case this isn't enough for you, I know I have some serious glam girls out there that are like, you know, I just want a little bit more. Seeing as how I am one of those girls, I have that highlighter that I am going to use. I'm going to use this brush again because it's here. I do have other brushes, but you know, you could always use one of those little flat brushes. Those are excellent for this. And I'm just going to sweep right under for that highlight. I really like the way that looks, that little glammy glam highlight. Just make sure you don't do too much of a highlight so you don't look shiny. I'm an oily skin girl, and even if you're not, I think the shiny look is pretty unattractive. So turn, just a couple of sweeps up. You can take your highlighter and put a little down your nose, right here. And that's it. That's really easy, and it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take a lot of tools, and you can really contour every day. Thanks, guys, and I will be doing another video about my favorite inexpensive things. Thanks.